All right, sports fans, Greg Everett, Catalyst Athletics, running a little behind here on this one today, but I am so ready to commentate. I think this is the day of a million cleans. Blake there starting out, Alyssa, these guys both had cleans on the minute. I think this was their last week of it. They did 2 runs of 3 weeks apiece with a week break in between. And so this week I think their last sets were, like 88, 90%, somewhere around there. So there was 5 singles on the minute at a pretty high percentage. So they were what you might call miserable for about 15 minutes there. So that's Alyssa, 90 kilos. I'm assuming that was her last weight. I think Blake was up to 120 or something like that. So pretty significant chunk of their best lifts. And if you've done these on the minute things, you pretty much have time to drop the bar, go get some chalk, and then it's time to go again. So Blake doing there something that he does unfortunately too often. He kind of sweeps his feet back. He picks his feet up a little too soon, so his feet move back, he lands on his toes, and it has the same effect of the bar moving forward, so his base isn't underneath him and he can't support that weight. So when he puts everything together, his cleans and his snatches are ridiculously easy, even at his max weights. And then when he makes a little error like that, obviously they turn into misses. So drives him crazy, drives me crazy, probably drives Alyssa crazy. I don't know. She had a couple misses on that day, I think. Blake had a few misses too. It was a brutal day. So there's 15. Really saw it with his right foot there moving back. Alyssa looks like 90. I can't see if that's 92 or 93. I can't see if there's 2 plates in there. Obviously not enjoying that. Danielle here was like 78 front squat. She actually just front squatted 100 last night as a 53 kilo lifter, so pretty good. She's coming up there on a double body weight front squat, which would be nice. Another 115. Much better. That was probably his best one. So as long as he controls it and he really finishes that push with the legs and gets under that perfect position, it's easy. His best front squat is 150 as of about a week ago. So he's got the strength. He's cleaned 140. And when he did clean 140, it was not incredibly difficult. So for him, it's all about position. And that's going to vary lifter to lifter. For some lifters, it really is about technique because they have the strength reserves to make those lifts pretty easily as long as their positions are good, their timing is good. Whereas for others, it's no matter how good their technique is, they're going to struggle because they just don't have enough strength. So you really, even some of them who are can get away with fairly sloppy technique. If you have a big enough strength reserve, you can get away with a lot more than someone who's kind of working at the margins of their ability. So Blake up here to 120, and we'll see how he does on this, which I assume is the first one here, unless I already forgot him doing one. A little sketchy, but I'd rather have him sit a little too far back than be forward like he was in the last miss. Danielle's, I feel like I talked about this. I feel like I talk about the same things over and over again, but she's got some mobility restrictions here in the squat. Ankles are somewhat limited. She squats with a really narrow stance. It's what kind of works better for her, although that does make it a little more demanding on ankle flexibility. But she's also got her upper body, her rack position. She has some shoulder restrictions, and it gets a little painful for her sometimes. So we've been working on some stretches for that. Try to loosen that up, and she just actually had a PR clean and jerk the other day. So hopefully that is working. Blake here, another 120. We'll see if he can clean that one up. Yeah, so you saw those feet go backwards if you were paying attention, and he was cursing about something right there. Probably just, it's a very aggravating situation, especially when you're doing them back-to-back. You don't have even time to get pissed off about it before you have to do the next one. I think that was 120 for Brian. So Blake here, 125. I think this was probably after his on the minutes, and he was going up a little bit. Same thing with that right foot. It was way back on the toe, but the rest of him was pretty under the bar. Tamara here, 100 kilos. Pretty routine for her. She's pretty much anything under 110 is going to be a no-brainer for her. And then right around 110 is where she has to actually start thinking about it. Brian here, 125. Just some nice easy snatches. Sometimes he gets a little sloppy like that, though. It's so easy. This is 105 here. So still pretty easy. Cut that leg drive off a little short, but still not really going to cause her any problems. 130. Fix that a little bit. All right. I will see you guys next week, and hopefully I'll get it on time this time. See ya.